learning about types of measurement, and we looked at our rulers and talked about inches, and I showed you that on the other side of your ruler there are also centimeters. So today we're going to talk about different units of measurement, and we're going to think about some household items or things that can help you to remember about how long each of those units are. So we're going to start with centimeter, which is the smallest unit we're going to be talking about during this unit. And here are some examples of things that are about a centimeter. So the eraser on a pencil that looks like this, about a centimeter. Same thing with your fingernail, about a centimeter. These little blocks, the little 1 cubes when we did our ones, tens, and hundreds, those are about a centimeter. Same thing with the tip of the light switch there, that's about a centimeter. So I really want you to get that into your brain, that when you're thinking centimeters, you can think of one of these items. Probably fingernail is the easiest since you have that with you at all times. The next one is inch, and we've talked a little bit more about inch, but a small paper clip is about 1 inch long. The length of a whistle, like a teacher would blow at recess, is 1 inch. These connecting cubes are about 1 inch tall. And then the one, again, that is with you all the time is your thumb knuckle to the end of your thumb. That's about 1 inch as well. So pick one of those to put in your head as the reminder of which or what is about 1 inch. And then the next one is foot, and you guys are probably too young to remember, but Subway used to do these $5 foot long commercials. And so a full sub sandwich is about a foot, 1 foot, which is also the length of your ruler. Your ruler is 1 foot long. It's 12 inches. Another example of a foot would be your dad's shoe. Not your shoes. Yours are probably much less than a foot, but your dad's shoe, if you can picture that, about a foot. And then also from your elbow to your wrist is about a foot. So you can see here the part that was in the cast, that would be about a foot as well. Okay, and then we move on to yards. So here are some examples of things that are about a yard long. The height of a kindergartner. Kindergartners are about a yard tall. The width of your kitchen table, unless you've got a big long kitchen table, is about a yard. And then the frame of your bicycle, it's usually about a yard long as well. Okay, and that's going to be about 3 rulers put together equals 1 yard. And then we've got meter, and meter is pretty similar in length to a yard, except for it's just slightly longer. And some things that are about 1 meter long, if you reach your arms way out to the side, from your fingertips to your fingertips is about 1 meter. The length of or width of your bed is about 1 meter long. The distance between 3 stairs is about 1 meter long, or the width of your doorway is about 1 meter long as well. So meter's just slightly longer than a yard. So we've got centimeter, inch, foot, or more than one, we say feet, yard, and meter. So I really want you to think about those things as you are going through the next few lessons. Try to get that in your brain just to give your brain some spatial awareness about how long these units of measurement are. Okay, so we just learned about some different units of measurement and some things to help you remember about how long those different units are. So today, I also wanted to teach you a little song that I always sing with my class that I just made up. And it's going to help you to remember the different units of measurement and give you, again, a little idea. So we're going to start with the smallest one we're going to talk about, which is centimeter. So I want you to hold up your fingers like this and say centimeter. Remember, a centimeter is on the other side of your ruler, and it is pretty small. So centimeter, okay? And then inch, an inch is about this wide. So we're going to go centimeter, inch, okay? A foot is one of these, a full ruler. So we're gonna go centimeter, inch, feet, okay? And then for yards, a yardstick is about, I don't know if I can get it all on the camera here, about this long. So we're gonna put our arms out like this, yard, okay? And then even longer than a yardstick, so see, here's where my yardstick ends, and then my meter stick goes that much longer. That's because it's 100 centimeters. So yardstick is 36 inches, meter stick is a little over 39 inches. So for meters, we're gonna go up and down this way. So it's gonna look like this. Centimeter, inch, feet, and yards. Centimeter, inch, feet, and yards. Centimeter, inch, feet, and yards, and meters too. Okay, so hopefully that'll help you remember those. Let's do it again. Sing with me, I don't wanna sing by myself. Centimeter, inch, feet, and yards. Centimeter, inch, feet, and yards. Centimeter, inch, feet, and yards, and meters too. So hopefully you can sing that to help you to remember our different units of measurement. Now today you're also going to be looking at what things you would measure with which unit. So for example, if I'm wanting to measure something really tiny, right, like the eraser on my pencil, I'm not going to use inches, right, because an inch is going to be bigger than that. So it wouldn't make sense to start with an inch, and I certainly wouldn't use a yardstick to measure my eraser on my pencil, right? I'd want to use centimeters, but same thing with bigger objects. If I wanted to measure this bulletin board that's behind me, I wouldn't want to measure that in centimeters because that would be a lot of centimeters. So I could use a bigger unit of measurement like the yardstick here, right? This would be probably a couple of yards, right? If I were to measure that, it would be almost exactly 2 yards. So 2 yards is going to be a better measurement than how many centimeters, looking really specifically at how many centimeters. So I want you to think about that as you're doing your lesson today, what makes sense logically to measure with the unit depending on the size of the thing that you're measuring. So you're gonna look at inches, feet, and yards. So remember inches, feet, yards. And you're going to think about, there's some pictures of different objects. I want you to think about those objects in real life, not a toy version of it. For example, there's a train. So not a toy train, but like a real train. What would you want to measure a real train with? Would you want to use inches? Would you use feet? Or would you use yards? So that's what you're going to be doing next. You're going to be sorting out those items. Then you're going to be estimating and actually measuring different parts of your body, and you're going to have the option to use different units, so you'll get to choose. Again, think about what makes sense. I wouldn't want to measure my ear with a yardstick, right? That would be too big, that wouldn't work. It's way less than 1 yard, so I'd want to use something that's much smaller, like inches, to measure my ear. But you're going to measure different parts of your bodies, estimate first, and then measure and write those down as well. So have fun measuring.